Welcome. My name is Louie Gris, and I'm one of the several members and volunteers at the garden party. I'm going to take you on a virtual tour of the garden today. It's a garden on the property of the Emmanuel Lutheran Church here in the west end of the city. I've been a member and volunteer for about 10 years, and you can see the main garden now. It's made up of mostly 4 elevated raised beds where we grow a variety of vegetables, most of which, 90% of which, we donate to food kitchens, both St. Francis Table and Park Recreational Community Center on Queen Street. At the end of the year, we kind of review how things have gone. 2019, 211 bunches of herbs, 327 kilos, that's 720 pounds of fresh produce, and a total of 30 deliveries. The garden is worked, harvested, seeded, weeded, etc. by a group of volunteers. Many of them have been doing this now for a number of years. Some beautiful pollinators here. Not only do we have vegetables, we have plenty of flowers that are there specifically to decorate the garden, but to enhance and, oh, look at that beautiful butterfly, in order to attract the bees and other pollinators, which are very necessary for the propagation of the vegetables and the plants that we are growing. We've now entered the Catholic side portion of the garden. It's divided, the 2 gardens are divided by a fence, and we have a gate at the back. And these are shots of the things that we're able to grow on the Catholic side. It's not as sunny. In fact, there's lots of shade because of the big trees. And so the space and the things that we can grow there is somewhat limited. Some beautiful zucchini flowers, and hopefully we'll not only have zucchini but zucchini as well, not just the flowers. Some lovely tomato plants, and again, more flowers and pollinators to attract the bees. We even have some potatoes coming up in there. There's some lovely herbs. This is actually now in the outer garden. The main plot is fenced in. It's not locked. It's open to the public. It's open to visitors. This year, not so much because of COVID. We've actually restricted the entrance, wanting to maintain lots of security and be safe for those that are able to come. Many of our elder volunteers have chosen not to come, mainly because of the risks. And so the work has been done by a smaller number of people, but it goes on. Here's the shed and the garden party. The shed where we keep our tools, and a space below and underneath it, beside it, where we have our social group. Before COVID times was a very important part of the garden experience, where we would spend half an hour or so after working, having coffee, sharing stories, sharing very personal things. So I hope you enjoy the views of our community garden. And this is the garden party.